right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Back to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Smith. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. And that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key word.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made them pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, but they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
We give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the quarterbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibbs, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Jair Elam makes it quick. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1. In motion left comes Williams. They'll run on 1st down. Gibbs to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Tariq Woolen. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
He hits his target, Lockett. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 33 yards that time.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they run out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey,
Walker once more. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of the drive.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fields it right around the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 35. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 18 Throwing again is Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. As the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Prater for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Smith on first down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Now Gino on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball is moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try to cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Geno. Steps away to his left. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Geno now to throw. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight.
but I certainly didn't expect them to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game.
35. Lions 31. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run the counter. Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Cougar 19, Mustang 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is going to have the Lions first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ready?
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This will get the lead up to 7. Myers' kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Their own 8-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
The 17-yard line.
They run the counter. Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trap 60.
He'll drop to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And to the 42-yard line here, brought down there. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense are saying go right ahead with those. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's back to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, pass. 19 right.
Back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Ready. Panther 11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.